Good evening, everyone, and welcome once again to Rage over New York. Tonight's scene sees Kotori, the Uktina feared, being in deep thoughts around the water of a lake near the Sept. He seems to contemplate the deep water as if he was trying to find an answer to questions he has been asking himself since, well, in a few days he is going to take a trip to the south, get back to his roots, and maybe he is a little bit nervous to actually get back to where he belongs.
Ben is also he's in the park, walking around, spending time away from buildings just to try and deal with some of the information he's learnt recently about failures of various members of the staff in his eyes. When he spots Katori and goes up to him. Hello.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hi. Hi, Ben. How are you doing tonight?
I'm frustrated, but must say I'm looking forward to going north, get out of the city for a bit.
So you're frustrated all as always, or more?
Disappointed. I know that when I became this, and after speaking to Kachina,
Hmm?
I was quite optimistic, but I found out that in the set, there's a number of people, or at least one person, who doesn't seem to think that we need to be the warriors we're supposed to be, that when everyone talks about compromises,
Um.
city.
You're talking about the dogs.
I'm talking about people who deal with mages, who deal with leeches.
Um. Deal with mages and leeches. Well, for the world changers are well.
Is
Yeah,
it
they are a bit complicated.
your Theurge, Kotori? Do you know if mages can drain our cans of power? Apparently, that's what they do. I've been told.
Hmm. I believe that for that I will make an intelligence occult roll. And I don't know the difficulty about this, but we're going to say difficulty 9. Because, yeah, it's not werewolf shits. So 4 intelligence and 3. And no success. Well, and he starts to scratch his ears. I don't really know a lot about the word changers, as some of the lupus call them. The only thing that I'm certain is that they wield power that sometimes can be seen as like ours, or at least as of a Theurge can do. I heard stories. I heard stories about shamans who were not of our folk. But other than that, I cannot say for certain about what they can and can't do. I know, however, that we tended not to deal to make them come close to our homes, unless we have good reasons to.
Apparently, one person has invited them into a cairn before.
Well,
She has.
did you had an invitation?
She has spoken to leeches as well without simply killing them. Apparently, when I spoke to Danica about it, how desperately this area needs half moons. Clearly, maybe that's.
Anywho?
Huh?
Anywho?
Danica, she's another half moon. I don't think you've met her. She's another Philodox.
Ah, no, I didn't. I didn't get the pleasure. But then, what do you intend to do, little brother? Because, as you said yourself, you are, well, even if you are a cub, you are still half moon.
I don't know quite what to do. I suppose I should bring it to the elders of the Sept, because the person who's done it is a senior half moon, the only other half moon I've actually met.
Mm.
The child of Gaia Elysia.
So yes, the dog, because she follows the spirit of dog.
Okay.
It's very totem.
Right. Yeah, she's apparently, yeah. Clearly, there's a lacking of understanding of the litany.
Well, this is actually going to be a very interesting test for you, actually, because she is a Forstern, I believe.
Yeah.
So, you're a cub. You're going to need this. Well, you're going to need this Danica, who is obviously going to speak for you, because your voice doesn't have the same weight as for now. But I think that at least for an exercise for you, it is going to be interesting because, well, we all know the litany, but it is up to the half moon to actually debate about what is the litany and what should be done. After all, for example, the litany says that no leader shall be challenged at war, but can be challenged at peace. And sometimes alphas make the argument that we are always at war and that they cannot be challenged. So it can make interesting conversation.
Yeah. When I need to really speak to another half moon, other than Danica, I think. Maybe when I go north.
True.
But does your pack have a half moon?
No, we do not. We do not. For now, there's me, the Fiuge. There is Andre, the big angry guy, who is not always angry. And we've got Bites the Air, who is a Ragabash. But didn't you try to find... I thought that you would go with Cortina, since he is a Wendigo.
Yeah, I've not decided which pack I'm going to join yet. I've done a lot with Aaron and done some things with Aaron, and I have spoken to. I have been. Kachina's been helping me a lot, but I don't know if that is right. Yeah, I think his words were, I need to find the pack that's right for me. Some people who understand the litany.
Well,
hold with these ridiculous compromises.
But I think that even if you're a cub, you're already wise, because, of course, Kachina wants what is best for you and wants to enlighten you in the way of little brother and the cold wind of the north. However, it is up to you to choose, your own way. You have to find balance and a purpose, just like, just like we try to do with our pack. Speaking of which, well, my offer is still open if you wish to, because, well, for now we weren't very sure about what we wanted to do, because we wanted to find a purpose that would serve the Cairn and the Sept. And I believe we have found something.
Okay.
Basically, what we wish to intend is something that my tribe is very fond of. Find knowledge wherever we can, but not just going through old books and libraries or something like that. No, we want to do something a little bit bolder. We want to raid. We haven't sanctified the name yet, but we chose Worm Riders because we wish to take the fight to the worm by stealing what he knows and what he stole from us, to get back old artifacts and use them against the worm directly, or even, well, scoot ahead of all the other packs to get the knowledge of the places where they hide, how they hide, and what are their weapons against us in order to strike just at the right moment and to inflict maximum damage. However,
The sound of hunting the worm, not sitting around and letting everything rot to concrete around us. Who is the alpha of your pack?
we have not yet decided. We are still searching for the right balance. However, for that, I believe that our quest to Father Uktina to be our totem will enlighten us about who we are and the role we can have in our pack. I believe that with his knowledge and guidance, we will be able to strike the worm better than just, be a Gate of Fenris and charge ahead, screaming ahead and waving a hammer or an axe or anything that's pointy.
No, I'd much rather sneak up behind it and slit its throat, to be honest.
Yeah, that's the spirit.
And it is good to hear of a pack that follows a pure spirit, because I've heard that's what Uktina is.
Yeah, Uktina has a very interesting legend among our people. He is the snake with Entel. And the most interesting thing is that in the past he had a very interesting power that he doesn't use anymore. But it was quite effective. It was, well, figure it like that. You have this giant snake with its horns, and basically you're saying, I'm going to kill that because I'm a fair sea hunter. And then you just notice that he has a diamond in the front of his skull. And just like that, either you are, you have chains, and he basically makes you come to his mouth and eats you because you're dumb enough to look at the stone, or you're dumb enough to look at him, and then your loved one dies, and basically you learned your lesson. You don't fuck. You don't fuck with someone who knows better than you. You have to try and sneak up on him and show that you can be just as clever as he can.
Interesting. I think he sounds like a good totem, like a good example to follow. I think you.
Well, I guess this is always interesting because well, when you look at the other totems, basically some of them wage war against the enemy, but sometimes they don't. For example, if you look at Bear, for example, Bear is a war totem. However, he is also a healer, and if you seek knowledge to him, well, you're going to be shunned down by all the other werewolves because Bear has a bad reputation amongst werewolves. However, if you go to him and seek his knowledge, he will help you wage war, but not in the way you would think, because he will help you healing your brothers and sisters. And Uktena will give you knowledge, more knowledge than you would ever believe, because his coils run deep in the water of the Umbra. Secrets are his trades, his strength. However, he also makes you stronger in the Umbra to hunt other spirits. If you hunt Bane in their home, Uktena can give you strength to resist them, to be not stronger but more resilient. So even the totem of knowledge can be a fighter just like, of course, not as shiny and bold as Griffin, but he has his ways too.
It's good to fight, but as you know, I'm not an Arun. It's not my place to lead a mad charge like that. It's my place to judge, and wisdom is important in that. I think following Uktena sounds like a good thing to follow, and if I can meet your pack, I would be quite honored to join after I go north with Kachina. Because
Well,
I want to speak to the Wendigo in the north, my brethren, and how to deal with this Elysia traitor. Because the simplest rule in the entire litany, in my eyes, is the most important, which is to combat the worm wherever it dwells. It's not a complicated rule, it's a simple rule.
It is. However, be sure to set aside your anger to think ahead. Of course, your tribe is going to enlighten you in how to be a better Philodox, because they will be proud to know that the Sept of the Green has some purity in it. However, I think that if you wish to be, and you will be the final judge in this matters, because you are the Philodox and I'm not, I believe you should listen to the two sides and then decide according to the litany if such, well, such felony should require said punishment or said other punishment, just like uh, our dear Red Talon showed us that even if he shows strength and, well, no remorse in thinking that maybe two of his tribe mates will die because they are unable to fulfill their role, he gave them a punishment that I think is very fit. He gives them a chance to atone, and if they choose not to, then they die. He could just have killed them because, well, according to the Red Talons, they have failed and they have shown great, shame on their tribe. He could have said that they could die, and it would have been his right to say so. But he chose another way, a more intriguing way. Maybe as a feared, and this is only my opinion, I think that you should listen to both sides and then decide the right punishment, knowing everything.
Yes, maybe you're right. Maybe she deserves a chance to mule some excuses. Yeah. But how to act on this, we can't act right away. Be foolish, for like you say, she's a foster and she has a pack. And she is, other than myself and Danica, I believe, the only Philodox, except for the elders. Although I could be wrong. She's the only other one I've met, anyway.
I think it would be wiser to do so. For my pack, you already have made Louis, who is White Sphere.
Yeah.
The only one that you haven't seen is, or unless you saw him when I wasn't there, is Andre Tarkamundi, Shadow Lord.
I met him at the Moot. Was it Moot?
Oh yeah, that's right. Even if he's a good old, I'm a brooding Arun, I'm full of rage and I drink alone because I'm like that, I'm an Arun. But he's actually interesting, even if, well, I think he's going to have a very bad time when he's going to meet my tribe, because we don't have a great history together. Even if we allied ourselves at some point, I think, again, forget Fenris. But, yeah, we all have a particular tribe that rubs us in the wrong way. And even if he is from this tribe, he is actually an interesting person. Even if I think that maybe he hasn't shown any of the devious way of the Shadow Lord for now. But I just hope that if he is devious, it is for the good of the Sept and not just for his own.
Yeah.
Which, until proven otherwise, I will think so.
Yeah. Well, I say the Shadow Lord that I know, Danica, she seems fair in her dealings with me.
Well, the Shadow Lords are like that. They are very sweet to the taste. Unfortunately, sometimes you find out that this sweet taste sometimes feels a little bit bitter in the end. One shouldn't always assume bad thing about other tribes. However, just as the rumors about your tribe's traditions particular gruesome traditions at some point holds some truth. Not all Wendigos are like that. Not all Uctinas are weirdos dealing with secrets and stealing everything from the others because they know better than the others. Sometimes those rumors hold some truth in any member of said tribes, even if it is just a tiny bit. There is always this part in us that rings true to the old tales.
Fair enough. Yeah, I've heard a bit of the stereotypes of my tribe, but I think all stereotypes come from a grain of truth.
Hmm. Well, at least you are true about yourself and not trying to be something that you're not.
Yeah.
Well, I believe that I'm going to seek Andre and Louis at some point to make a better meeting with you and discuss and see if you truly wish to join us, because the choice is and always will be yours.
That would be good. But at first,
Uh,
as I say, I will go north with
of course.
Aaron's pack
Mm.
and see the Wendigo.
Mm.
It's been good to talk to you, get clear my head about these things I've found out.
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah. Have you had any luck with Louis teaching you to use your thumbs?
Yes, I'm starting to get the whole of it, even if, well, I guess I don't really have a choice but to appease in Hamid most of the time, because of course it's a city. But yeah, I'm not going to try to deal too much with Weaver technology, which you Hamids are more familiar with. But yeah, you have to learn to adapt and survive. So that's what I intend to do.
But yes. Anyway, I must probably be going there, but thank you for this. And he writes down a phone number for you. When you've spoken to Louis and Andre, get Louis to call this number. I'm assuming this means nothing to you.
Well, I know what the cell number is now. I'm not saying that I understand how and if I really want to use a cell phone, as you call them. I called it yeah, I called it Weaverbox, but sure, I'll get Louis to be my phone person.
That's good. And yes, I'll hopefully meet you soon.
No
And
problem.
we'll find out what to do about that thing over the Bronx, whatever it is.
Oh, yeah, I heard about Bronx, about never set foot in the Bronx.
No,
I
I
don't
was
really know what the
told.
Bronx is, but
And Ben sort of waves to the north. It's that way. It's
ah,
told to avoid it.
yes, we went just there on car, and Luis was really fast on the car, saying nope, 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 nope. I don't really know why, but I should investigate on that. Hmm, you have tickled my curiosity.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't go there by yourself yet. I've been told it's a pretty dangerous place. But
There has to be a reason why no why everyone says don't go in there, but I want to know why we don't have to go in there. At least I will feel more safe.
yeah. Anyway, I should probably be going.
Mhm.
Been wandering around and I think I know what I need to do.
Yes, and don't forget to tell your travelers buddies to bring warm clothes.
Yes. Yeah, people from around here, they don't like the cold much.
Yeah, but you don't care.
Mm, not really.
Okay, it's been nice talking to you, little brother.
You too, brother. And Ben walks up.
For his part, Kotori change into lupus and frolic in the waters because that's his thing. And with that, I believe we can call it a scene.
Yeah.
Bye bye, everyone.